we have taken some of the organisms as examples with their taxonomic categories. We shall see one by one. Here we have mentioned common name and the ranks of taxonomic hierarchy, kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus and species. Let me see the first example, man. Man belongs to kingdom Animalia and phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Primates, family Hominidae, genus Homo and species Homo sapiens. We are taking both these names, generic as well as the specific epithet, and we are framing the scientific name, that is Homo sapiens. The second example is housefly. Housefly belongs to kingdom Animalia, that is also an animal, and it belongs to phylum Arthropoda because of jointed legs. Arthro means jointed, poda is nothing but legs, Arthropoda. And class Insecta, it belongs to order Diptera, family Mucidae, and the genus is Musca and species is Domestica. So we call it as Musca domestica. Next one is example mango. Kingdom Plantae. Mango belongs to kingdom Plantae and it belongs to division. We need to use the word division because this comes under plants, kingdom Plantae. So we are taking the word as division. For animals we use it as phylum. For plants we are calling it as division Angiospermae and it belongs to class Dicotyledonnae. That means two cotyledons are there in that, and order Sapindales, family Anacardiaceae is the family, and genus is Mangifera, species is Indica, Mangifera indica. Next example is wheat. Even that is also a plant and hence we are classifying it, or we are grouping it under kingdom Plantae. It's flowering plant and hence we have kept under the division Angiospermae and under class Monocotyledonnae. It consists of only one cotyledon and hence it is a Monocotyledonnae class, and order Poales. It belongs to family Poaceae and genus is Tritica and species is Aestivum. The scientific name of wheat is nothing but Tritica aestivum. Next we shall see about the taxonomical aids. Taxonomical aids. What are taxonomical aids? Why it has been done, we shall see. Biologists have established several procedures and techniques to store and preserve the information about the organism, which is useful in identification of the organisms and classifying of the living organism. That is why the taxonomical aid is done. Why it is done? Many of the procedures and techniques are used to store and preserve the information about the organism only for the sake or main thing is which is useful for the identification as well as classification of the living organisms. And also this taxonomical aid is very much essential and plays a very important role in studying of the previous identified organisms, previously classified organism, and to gain more knowledge about some living organism. The taxonomical aids is very important. There are different taxonomical aids. Very few of them are listed here. One is herbarium. The second one is botanical gardens, zoological parks, museum, key, etc. like this. Now we shall go through one by one. The first one is herbarium. Herbarium is nothing but it's a storehouse of collected plants. Herbarium is the storehouse of collected plants specimens. Collected plant specimens. How they are kept? They are dried. They are dried, pressed and preserved on the sheets. A specific part of the plant body which we want to be kept under preservation. Such part of the plant body, it may be a plant twig or the plant leaf or the flower. Whatever the plant part to be preserved, that specific part of the plant or if the plant is small, we can take whole plant body. These plants are collected as the specimens and they are dried. How they are dried? They are kept on the herbarium sheets and they are pressed and preserved on sheets. This is how the herbarium sheets are done, and the herbarium sheets also carry label providing information about the date when was the plant was collected and place of collection, from where that plant part or the whole plant, from where that plant is collected or the plant specimen is collected, that place is mentioned, botanical name or the scientific name of that plant and to which family it belongs, etc. Like this, many of the information is included in the herbarium sheets where the plants are dried and preserved. In that sheets, many of this information are kept as the labeling also. Like this, the herbarium sheets are prepared. The second important taxonomical aid is botanical gardens. What are botanical gardens? These are the special gardens having collections of plant specimens. These are the special gardens. These are the special gardens having collections of plant specimens which are grown for identification, and classification purpose, and that we call it as botanical gardens. Many of the rare medicinal plants, many of the valuable trees are also grown in the botanical gardens. Each plant is labeled with its botanical name and its family, etc. Like this, each and every plants or the trees which are grown in the botanical garden, and that plant or that trees are having the label. They will be labeled with the scientific names and that plant belongs to which family, which genus or which species. Like this, the complete information or with the name boards that plants will be grown in the botanical gardens, like that, etc. And also there will be many information in the boards also. The famous botanical gardens, very few of them are mentioned as per NCERT. There are 3 examples. One is Royal Botanical Garden, which is in England. Second one is Indian Botanical Garden. As the name is telling, it is in India, in Kolkata. And the third example is National Botanical Research Institute, which is in Lucknow. So, like this, there are different botanical gardens, and the third taxonomical aid is museum, which is very interesting and where all children, starting from kids to elders, nothing but museum, which we all have visited, which we all have seen. So, now what is museum? Museums have collections of preserved plant specimens, plants and animal specimens for the purpose of study and reference. That we call it as museum. Museums are nothing but collections of preserved plants and preserved animal specimens. Why we are preserving them? For the purpose of study and many other references. This is what we call it as museum. Museum is a place where the collections of preserved plants and animal specimens are preserved for study and reference purpose. Specimens are preserved in jars or the containers by using some of the preservative solution. For example, we use formalin also as an preservative solution, and that will not allow the specimen which we want to preserve, that will not be decayed. It can be preserved for several years, and hence they are using many of the chemicals, and the jars or the containers are filled with that chemicals or the preservative solution, and then the specimen or the organism which is to be preserved is placed inside the jar or the containers which consist of preservative solution. This is how usually the specimens are preserved. And how the insects are preserved? Insects are preserved in the insect boxes. They are not kept in jars or containers. Instead, the insects are kept in the insect boxes by pinning method. They are pinned by using some of the needles and pins in a box, and that we call it as insect boxes. Next is many of the large animals and birds, and they cannot be kept inside the containers or jars. But how the huge or the large animals are preserved? They are preserved, that is, many of the large animals and birds are usually kept in a stuffed method. They are stuffed and preserved for long years. How the stuffing is done? All the internal organs are removed, and without losing its shape or the structure, those organisms or those birds are stuffed with sponge, or they are stuffed with cotton, and that is how their shape is maintained and preserved. And also they usually use many of the different beads to be kept in the eyeballs of birds. So like this, the preservation is done for large animals and birds. The next thing is, museums have collections of skeleton of animals too. Many of the different animal skeleton systems are, their bones are arranged in a proper manner, and the whole complete skeleton system of various animals, varieties of animal skeleton systems can also be or will be kept in the museums. This is about the museum. And next taxonomical aid is zoological parks. What are zoological parks? These are the parks or the places where animals, that is wild animals, are kept in protected environment. They are kept in protected environment under human care. They are under human care, and which enable us to learn about their food habits and also about the behavior. This we call it as zoological parks. I would like to repeat, zoological parks are nothing but the places where wild animals are kept in protected environment under the human care, which enable us or the humans to learn about their food habitats as well as about the animal behavior, about many of the different wild animal behaviors can be studied in zoological parks. Many of the endangered species which are under threat and those animals are also kept under zoological parks. Next taxonomical aid is key. What is a key? It is a taxonomical aid used for identification, which is used for identification of plants and animals based on what we are identifying based on the similarities and dissimilarities, based on the similar characteristics or similarities or based on the dissimilarities we are identifying the plants, and that similarities and dissimilarities are mentioned in the keys. So based on keeping the key we are identifying the plants, and hence what we can say, it is a taxonomical aid which is used for identification of plants as well as animals based on their similarities as well as dissimilarities. The keys are based on contrasting characters, generally the contrasting characters generally in a pair called as couplet. Contrasting characters generally in a pair. So two pair of contrasting characters are generally called as a couplet. Each statement in the key is called lead. Each statement in the key is called as lead. There will be different statements in the key. There will be different statements in the key, and each statement in the key is called as lead. This is how the key works. Separate taxonomic keys are required for each taxonomic category such as family, genus and species for identification purpose. Means what? Species is species, genus, family, like this. Species. For this there is a need of separate key. That means related to species there will be many similar characteristics or many similarities will be mentioned in a key, and that key can be used only for the species. That cannot be, or that key cannot be used for the genus. In the meantime, many of the similarities or the characteristics which is related to the genus, they will be mentioned, and that key can be used for the identification of genus. But the same key cannot be used for either species or either family. In the meantime, likewise, another key where the similarities regarding family will be mentioned, and that key can be used only for the family, not for the genus or not for the species. Like this, different keys are framed for species or genus or family, and hence we are telling there is a need of, or there is required for, there is a separate taxonomical keys. Separate taxonomic keys are required for each family, genus and species. Different keys are required for family. Family requires a different key. Genus requires another different key, as well as the species require another different key. The same key, or where the similarities are mentioned in a key, the same key cannot be used for species or family or genus. They require different keys for the identification. Next, we shall see the next taxonomical aid, that is nothing but flora, manuals, monographs. What is a flora? Flora is nothing but flora. These are some other means of recordings. Means this also flora, manuals or monographs are also taxonomical aids where the recordings or the many of the documentation is done. That we call it as the manuals, monographs of flora, and the descriptions also will be done. These are some other means of recording descriptions. They also help in correct identification of the organism. This will be used for both plants as well as animals. The main aim of this taxonomical aid is for the identification and to help for study. They are helpful for study. Flora contains the actual account of habitat and distribution of plants of a given area. Habitat, as I have explained you in the previous class, habitat is nothing but either the plants or the animals is growing or where they live, that surrounding or the environment, we call it as habitat. Flora contains the actual account of habitat and distribution of plants of a given area. This is a different area, this will be a different area, this will be a different area. Let me name it as A, B, C. So there are different areas. What we are taking? Actual account of the habitat. This will be having a different habitat. This will be having different habitat. Let me take, this is an terrestrial area. This is, let me take aquatic, and this is another, some other area. They are different areas and they are in a different habitat. Distribution of plants of a given area. This area will be having a flora and this will be having a different flora and this will be having a different flora. That means what? This flora will be able to give information only regarding this area. Flora contains the actual account, that means information, the actual account of habitat and distribution of plants of a given area. This will be having information or the account regarding only the given area, only about this area. In the meantime, this flora will be having account of this given area. This flora will be having account or information about this given area. So like this, a flora is nothing but, it contains the, flora contains the actual account of the habitat. This is an habitat and distribution of plants in given area. These provide the index to the plant species found in a particular area. Flora contains the actual account of habitat. The flora contains actual account of habitat and distribution of plants in a given area. The flora is nothing but, it consists of the account of the habitat and also how the plants are distributed. The distribution of the plants in a given area will be accounted in the book and that we call it as flora. These provided the index to the plant species found in a particular area. Now about the manuals. Manuals are useful in providing information for identification of names of species found in a area. Almost the flora manuals or monographs, these are restricted only to particular region, or they are confined only to a particular area, which are helpful in providing information for identification and also knowing about the names of the organisms. Monographs contain information on any one taxon. As we know, taxon is nothing but a group of organism. That is nothing but one of the category which is in the taxonomical hierarchy. Monograph contains the information about any one such category or any one such group or the taxon. So this completes the taxonomical aids. We have completed the chapter Living World by knowing various concepts under this. Thank you.